Yo, what is going on, you super serious Squirtle? Today we're playing some games with Dubwool Electrode, and the only other attacker we have in here is that Sledgehammer Buzzwole, because once we pop the Electrode, our opponent does draw 2 prize cards, so often they'll end up at 4 prize cards immediately, which means we can take advantage of that with the Sledgehammer. So this deck revolves around turn 2 Electrode, getting energy in the discard pile, and getting those energy on the Dubwool through using the Electrode's ability, the extra energy bomb ability, and then we set up multiple Dubwool with that Revenge Blast. We give our opponent prize cards, so the Revenge Blast hits harder immediately. And he's pretty tanky with that Soft Wool ability, giving him that 240 HP. And then we have Big Charms to even get it up there, or effectively 240, effectively getting us up to that 270. Tool Scrapper can get involved, with that ability is always sticking around. Rest of the list pretty straightforward. Just research as our draw supporter, Acro Bikes, because we want to be aggressive. Do have a couple of Dedenne in here. We play the Electromagnetic Radar because it does find our Electrode as well as our Dedenne 3 bosses orders. Gusting's important. Some reset stamps. We do give our opponent prize cards. It's pretty easy to set them up to go down to 1 to 2 prize cards as well. So reset stamping that low is always nice. It is a Jirachi engine deck, believe it or not. So we got some Scoop Up Nets, some Switch Escape Board. We also play a Zigzagoon here because there's quite a few numbers that we can get to through the Zigzagoon. Plus the Martial Arts Dojo, which is our stadium of choice in here, because we can play those basic fighting energy, and then Martial Arts Dojo will let us do plus 10 damage for them, and then if we're behind on prize cards, plus 40 damage instead, and we can actually get up to 310 damage if our opponent has 1 prize card left. And then Zigzagoon makes it at 320, which knocks out stuff like Dragapult, which is a huge deal to be able to one-shot. And yeah, that is the list. Let's go ahead, let's get into some games and see how the Dubwool takes those dubs. Alright, getting into our first game, we did lose the coin flip. One of the things I forgot to mention, one of the reasons I like this deck so much is because it does abuse, we're going first. It does abuse Capture Energy, which is like one of my favorite cards that is really hard to use. We're going to open the Voltorb because we could hard retreat it into something if we want to, if we Acro Bike into a Jirachi or top deck a Jirachi, something like that. We don't really mind the extra energy not being attached to the Dubwool, because if we don't even get 5 energy in our discard pile to begin with, popping the Electrode won't even get us that full effect. There's a Dubwool from alright, no idea what to expect now. We are in it. Bench Dubwool, attach, retreat, and pass. Okay, yeah, Dubwool for my opponent. What does it mean? I don't know. What does the Dubwool for my opponent mean? About to find out. There's a Welder. Oh, it's probably Baby Blounds with the Dubwool. I've seen this before. It's pretty cool as a closer in the Baby Blounds deck. Alright, we're not getting one shot this turn, which is great. We can actually one-hit KO this with Sledgehammer, though. We are able to get the Electrode, the Buzzwole, and retreat our active. So that's going to be our game plan. There's a Heatran as well from our opponent. Here comes that Revenge Blast. Yeah, so Sledgehammer and knock out the Dubwool is our game plan here. Martial Arts, Escape Board active, so we could hard retreat if we want to. Research, unfortunately, a Research top deck is not great, but it's all we had. Okay, Capture Energy. Get myself a Jirachi. Gonna retreat actually instead of switch. Because once again, the energy goes to the discard pile, which we can then just reuse. Grab our Research. We can then Scoop Up Net the Jirachi. Send up the Dubwool. Bench the Jirachi. Switch into the Jirachi. Electromagnetic Radar is really good here. Let's try and get that. There we go, Electromagnetic Radar. Now we can get the Electrode and a Dedenne to Dedenne change. We are running very quickly out of stadium cards as we will lose them all here, which is very unfortunate. But I would really like to get off an attack this turn with Sledgehammer. Let's see if we can't put that together. And if not, we'll just have to try and do something on our following turn. We did get the Sledgehammer KO, however, it's pretty costly. I think I am going to go for it. Quick Ball away. Big Charm. Grab the Buzzwole. Yeah, this is a super costly attack. We actually don't have much at all after this. This is kind of an unfortunate draw to open things up. But we do get this knockout on this Dubwool right off the bat, which is nice. Fighting Energy here. And Fighting Energy here. And the only other thing we have set up besides this Buzzwole is a very damaged Dubwool. We are actually going to put the Big Charm here, so this guy can't use Steam and Stomp to get the knockout. He can't even use Hot Burn GX. That's really cool. Protect him up. Boom. Big Charm on the Buzz. Send him up. And Sledge. I guess I probably should have quick balled away the Jirachi instead of the other Big Charm. The other Big Charm could have gone onto another Dubwool or something like that. So, yeah, definitely should have quick balled away this Jirachi. All right, we got an energy for this Dubwool, but we really want to set up another Dubwool, but that's probably going to be a close to impossible to set up a third or a second Dubwool. So we're trying to just win with my man Buzz with the Sledgehammer and single Dubwool. That's pretty much just going to have to be our way we win this game. These two guys are going to have to combine for the majority of our damage and hopefully be able to pull out a dub. Hopefully this Buzz lives a turn. Get an attachment here. I guess if it lives 2 turns, which it definitely theoretically could, we'd be able to start setting up another Dubwool. So it is possible we get into that second Dubwool, just kind of unlikely. Right here, unfortunately, we don't actually one-shot the Heatran anymore because they replaced our Stadium. But we do play the Zigzagoon. We could get into the Zigzagoon. We actually have 3 Quick Ball left in our deck. And actually even Capture Energy would work as well, because then we could put it on our bench and then Scoop Up Net. I guess we wouldn't have a way to Scoop Up Net the Buzzwole then, so I guess it wouldn't work as well as I would want it to. But, I mean, it's close. We would need like 2 cards, I guess, then. But yeah, with the current hand, we don't have it. The knockout on the Heatran, unfortunately, although we would like it. I'm assuming they were playing a Baby Blondes list, but now that I've seen the Heatran, probably going to be, it's probably a Firebox build from our opponent. There's a Cinderace, so it's a Cinderace build, actually. Things keep changing. Cinderace from our opponent. Take one last look at my deck. We only have 1 draw supporter left in that last research, which is not good. Yeah, discarding 2 research to get here. Get that initial knockout. We have this boss's orders, so we can boss. They do have that tool scrapper. They're very close to be able to knock out my Buzzwole, which would have been really bad. I guess it wouldn't have been that bad because then I could actually just like knock out the Heatran and remove all the energy in play. Hopefully find a reset stamp to 3. The biggest thing is I just don't have a replacement stadium left in the deck to replace this Heat Factory. They just get Heat Factory for the rest of the game, which kind of stinks. Yeah, I don't really want them to have Heat Factory for the rest of the game. Kind of nothing I can do about it. All right, boss. Up, Cinderace. Quick Ball away the Jirachi. Probably just going to Dedenne change here. Want to find cards. Want to see some cards. Do some things with those cards. Dedenne change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swing with Sledgehammer, I think. I don't see a reason to use anything else. But I wanted options. I guess maybe using Dedenne change on the next turn was like basically the same thing. Well, I did use boss into Dedenne change. Yeah, I probably should have actually just saved the Dedenne because my last Dedenne, and I could have just waited a turn. It would have been basically the exact same scenario. I guess getting a reset stamp would have been actually pretty good here. So I guess I don't hate the me Dedenne changing there as much as I thought I did. Yeah, I was probably fine. We're also out of all of our Scoop Up Nets, and we only have 1 switch left. So we're just like out of cards. We're just like pretty much out of cards. Our Buzzwole will be going down here, and then we're just gonna have to go into this Dubwool, hit the man or hit the bunny, put a bench that other Dubwool, I guess, as well. Got a Quick Ball and get the Dubwool back. Capture Energy, not gonna be very good. Yeah, I probably should have benched that Dubwool as well. I don't know why I didn't bench that Dubwool. Would have been better on the bench, I think, because he doesn't really do anything besides being on the bench. If they do knock us out, can get the knockout with the Dubwool. Maybe they won't knock us out. They'll probably knock us out. They can just use the Crimson Legs. If they don't have a follow-up, that's where we can start to get back into the game. If not, we can also just kind of look. So if we knock this out, we can just look to chill with the Dubwool. Like, we'll attach the Dubwool here. That is a Jirachi. That's a little scary. We'll just set up our Jirachi, though, I think. Or we could even set up a Dedenne, because currently they don't knock out Dedenne. I guess they haven't used it yet. We have to wait for them to use it. That's a 3rd Welder gone. Can only play 4 of those, but they might play something else to get them. Yeah, there is the Cinderace. I should have benched that other Dubwool. I don't know why I didn't bench that other Dubwool, to be honest. He should have been on the bench here. He's pretty good when it's our main attacker in the deck. So they can knock out our active. They can use Fion. If they use Fion, we send up the Jirachi, I think. We're currently hitting 480, so we don't quite knock this thing out with the Dubwool until they take another knockout, and then we are getting the knockout on the Cinderace. So, sounds pretty good to me. Still almost there. Very close. Once we knock this out, like I said, they only have 1 Welder left. So for them to set up another attacker actually might just not happen. They're also down, what, 1 boss, 1 research. Okay. Yeah. Might just not happen. They just might not be able to take a another knock. They could have actually used counter there, I believe. Maybe not, because if it evolves, yeah, I think if it evolves, they can't use counter, actually. I take that back. So here comes that Max Pyro Ball. Will they knock out the active? There's the Whirlpool Suction. Yeah, just give them the Jirachi. I don't want them to hit to knock out a 2-prizer, because then they just get to knock out another 2-prizer, and then the game is kind of over, which we don't want. We want the game to be not over, ideally. Max Pyro Ball. Okay, here comes our Dubwool. Once again, should have benched that other Dubwool. Big mistake. Draw. Voltorb. Don't need him anymore. Grab a Dubwool. Attach to the Dubwool. Ourselves that last Jirachi. Research is in here. Boss is in here. 5 energy to reset stamp. Okay. Jirachi. And Revenge Blast. Get ourselves some prize cards to work with. We don't win yet. Acro Bike. That's good. We just want an energy on this Dubwool next turn. So theoretically what can happen is they can knock out our active. Actually, they maybe can't knock out our active. The more that I'm looking at it here. We got what? Well, I guess this guy with the GX attack, the Hot Burn GX, could knock us out. They need their last welder though. And even if they do, even if they knock out our Dubwool, if we just get an energy here and then reset stamp our opponent to 1, and then just leave this Dubwool in the active with that effectively 240 HP with the soft wool ability, I think we'll actually be in a good spot to be able to close it out on the following turn. We have double Acro Bike, got a top deck and a Stellar Wish. They do have that last welder. All right, the GX attack will knock out our Dubwool, unfortunately, but like I just said, send this guy in the active for a turn, attach to it, pass, and then they've already GX attacked, so they can't one-shot this Dubwool. Out of welders, I think we'd be in a pretty good spot as long as we get a reset stamp, because otherwise they might just have a boss's orders and then just win the game. They might also just have a boss's orders anyways and win the game, but stamp to 1, usually pretty good at slowing our opponent down at the very least. Here comes that Hot Burn, just enough to knock us out. Here goes Jirachi. We're gonna go Acro, Stellar Wish, dig as deep as possible for that boss. It's very likely we see an energy off top deck plus Acros, so I'm not scared of that. There's the Capture Energy already. Gonna use that. Gonna actually even get out a... Don't think the Zigzagoon matters, so I kind of just want to thin out my deck of a Pokemon. Don't think this we're hitting for what, 210? No, we can't even hit for 210. Yeah, it shouldn't matter to have the Zigzagoon. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another. Let's grab something with 1 retreat cost. Grab a Schmuckle. Sure. Okay, Acro number 1. Really need to find that boss this turn. Oh, that stamp, not the boss. We need to find the stamp this turn. Oh, then the research would find us the stamp. I like it. Acro number 2. We go down to 9 cards. Stellar Wish. Switch research. Alright, Acro Bike. Stamp. Play the Stellar Wish. Get a quick ball. 8 cards left in deck. Reset stamp. Switch research. Switch research. 1 card left in deck. Guaranteed to have energy boss next turn. This is kind of a little bit aggressive, and instead of doing it like this, I could have actually gone with, let's get rid of that Electrode because we don't need him anymore. Anyway, can't attack. Could have actually gone with like leaving 1 extra card in the deck. But then if the boss is my last card, I actually just can't get access to it. So this guarantees I have boss energy should they put something up that I can't knock out, but I don't even think that exists. So it might have been better to leave a couple cards in deck, because now if they just have a boss, well, if they just have a boss, they win. So I guess this is correct. If they have Fion, we could have sent up something like the Dedenne and then hard retreated the Dedenne. I guess that would have been the play to do. We could have, like, if they have Fion, you know, they use Fion, we send up Dedenne, retreat to Dedenne, and then next turn we go attack. So maybe actually it was a little bit better to have left 2 cards in deck to give myself that 1 extra turn to play with, because I don't actually even need the boss this turn. In my head I was kind of thinking I need the boss, but we should just knock out whatever they have, theoretically, whatever can come into the active. And there's just even Stomp, and then we're going to return with the Revenge Blast, and it worked out in the end. Here we go. Knockout. Yeah, probably should have left 1 extra card in the deck, which I could have done. Chose not to do. Should have done. But hey, we end up with a dub. Ditched a lot of stuff early on. Didn't end up mattering. The Wool gets his revenge. Right. Into it. A really great start here. We got a lot. Well, basically what we want early on is just kind of basic Pokemon, which we do have an abundance of here. We got the Jirachi, the Voltorb, the Sledgehammer, Buzzwole, so pretty good. Dojo research to draw some cards. We have a Dedenne in here as well. We're probably not going to use the Dedenne. Looks like our opponent is playing a Mewtwo deck of sorts. Not sure if we're going to be able to get off the Sledgehammer here if they get this knockout on our Jirachi, which they might be able to get. We're just going to have to kind of wait and see. There's a Chaotix well, so it's probably Ultimate Mewtwo or the Henry Brand Galaxy Mewtwo that's been going around. Getting rid of their Mount 1 Lana. Okay. Bench Voltorb. There's a really bad top deck in our second Dedenne. Goodbye Dedennes for the whole game. That's unfortunate. Yeah, really bad top deck there. And we can already see it's kind of hurting us quite a bit. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to grab a Voltorb. Can't let them get rid of our Voltorb, which they could theoretically do. I'm going to Stellar Wish next to see if we need to get another Jirachi. The answer is yes, we need to get another Jirachi. Quick Ball Way of Fighting Energy again. Get another Jirachi. Scoop Up Net. Stellar Wish. Try again. Special Research for next turn. Okay, feeling a little bit better now. Jirachi, Voltorb, and pass over to our opponent. Let's see what kind of Mewtwo build they've got going on here. And the Voltorb feels... Definitely want the second Voltorb in play, because if it is the Galaxy Mewtwo, they play stuff like Giratina with the 40 attack that does... The attack that does for 1 energy, 40 damage to one of our bench Pokemon. And they play Zigzagoon. So if we have one Voltorb in play, they just knock it out. And then we lose because we can't go into a turn 2 Electrode. So yeah, need to put that second Voltorb down. Protect our first Voltorb with our second Voltorb. Then we should be just fine. I don't know how good the Zigzagoon was going to be in this matchup, but we kept him around as well. I guess maybe that extra damage will make a difference at some point. They have pretty big HP at that 270. But we'll see. Our opponent chilling. They got the Turn 1 energy attachment, which is a big deal for the deck, but it looks like they don't have much else or anything else going on. Okay, there's another energy. Getting rid of a horror energy. Maybe they're deciding which energy they wanted to attach there. And currently don't have an attack to use at all. There's a boss, though, on my Buzz. And there's a Dedenne change. Okay. So Buzz in the active, which is not good if they do draw a prize card, because then when I use Electrode, I can't Sledgehammer. But if they don't draw a prize card, Buzz in the active is actually pretty chill. They lost another energy in that Dedenne change there. Here comes a Cherish Ball. Let's see what they grab with it. There's the Vileplume, so they can definitely knock out my Buzz this turn, which I wouldn't be that, which I wouldn't think would be that bad actually. If they knock out my Buzzwole here with the Vileplume, that's fine. Then we're just gonna pop the Voltorb, go into the looks like going with the ADP-GX attack actually, and then going after my Buzzwole, which is also fine. I feel like I think I'm fine with this. This is okay. Dojo. I don't really want to bench the Zigzagoon because I would need a net to pick something up. I think I'm going to go with it. Boom. And then research. 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, switching to the Jirachi. Stellar Wish. Grab the Electromagnetic Radar. Currently don't want to pop the Electrode yet though, because don't have Electromagnetic Radar again. I don't have bench space for the Dubwool, so we just kind of have to pass from here. We could theoretically pop double Voltorbs and put our opponent down to 2 prize cards, and this guy would hit for not quite enough. 40 with the stadium, actually, it would hit for enough. Maybe we do that next turn. We'll see. I'm actually going to use a radar here. Rid of radar and quick ball. Radar and yeah, quick ball. Grab both electrodes. Evolve. Actually, could we have done the pops and then could I pop and take 0 energy? May attach 5 energy cards. Okay. Pass to my opponent. Let's see what they got going on now. So we could have actually, well, we can't pop twice now because they're gonna take 2 prize cards. So we can pop once. But we can pop once and then actually get the knockout. Or maybe I shouldn't have evolved both electrodes actually. I was like double pop. We could have double pop, knocked out their active. No, could we have? We had pop. Don't get anything. Pop, get 3. Switch into this instead of this. So I did have the option to do that there. All right. So I could have actually taken the knockout here. Could have popped twice. Put them down to 2 prize cards. Knock out the Mew and Mewtwo. Now I have to pop once next turn. And then take the swing with the Revenge Blast, which is still fine. That still works just fine. It's almost even better if they were to chase one of our Electrodes. Let's see what they go for here. They could go after the boss. So they could take out one of our Electrodes, which actually means they draw 3 prize cards, and then I put them down to 1 prize card, which I think is actually overall more beneficial. Because they could chase my Buzzwole as well, would be the other thing I would assume they'd be looking at. And they can use the Static Shock for 160 damage and draw 2 prize cards. Then once again, though, we can go Electrode, make them draw 2 more prize cards, and then go into the Dubwool with the Revenge Blast. But I could have done this last turn and knocked out the Mewtwo and not given him a chance to actually really do anything, which probably would have been better overall. Instead, I didn't see the line of play. I actually wasn't even sure if you could discard these guys and then not take any energy, even if they are there. But it says you may attach 5 energy cards from your card pile to your Pokemon. And then he is. Oh, if you do this, his Pokemon is knocked out. So I guess we have to. Yeah, I think we'd have to attach all the energy actually, and then we don't have anywhere to put them. And then we can put them on. Can we put it on itself? I think we can put it on itself actually. You're just gonna out to your Pokemon. If you do so, after we attach energy, it'd be knocked. So we could put the energy here. It knocks itself out, removes the energy. So it would have had a chance to actually do it then, the way I wanted it to. And they're putting all their damage on Jirachi here. I guess they're planning to snipe him later on with probably one of their snipe attacks that I was talking about earlier, to close out the game with like the linear attack from the Giratina Garchomp. So they're going to knock out the Buzzwole. They know I have to pop an Electrode to get a return knockout, and then they're just going to go linear attack, knock out my Jirachi. However, we're going to Scoop Up Net this guy and stamp them low, so not going to happen. Not going to happen this time, buddy. And then we're going to knock out their... they only have one boss left. We might knock out their ADP to close out the game. Let's find out. Yeah, Dubwool, Big Charm, Research. We want to stamp. Energy's never bad. Take that. Pretty much always take anything that is not the always discard the energy. So wish. No stamp. Take the Acro Bike. Let's try this again. Acro Bike. Boss for next turn. Treat. That's all I wish. No stamp. Uh-oh. Really deep into our deck to have not found a stamp. They might, the last two might be prized. No stamp. Gonna take the net, pick up this Jirachi, so it's no longer a viable target for my opponent. Switch into the Dubwool. Throw down a Capture Energy, see what's in the deck. Yeah, my last two stamps are prized. Unfortunately. Unfortunate, man. No switch cards in hand, just gonna go ahead and leave that. And then use the extra energy bomb. Get all 5 energy. Put a bunch on the Dubwool. Maybe put one here. Put one here. Put another one there. Put an extra one there just in case. You never know. They go down to 2 prize cards. We got the Stadium in play, so we do knock out the Mew and Mewtwo. However, from there, comes a little bit tough to take those last 3 prize cards. It's gonna be tough for our opponent to win on their turn as well, though. It is possible through stuff like the Electrode-GX. They don't actually have to even... They don't have to win on their turn. There's a reset stamp. They don't have to win on their turn. They can win a turn from now or 2 turns from now, theoretically even. We're doing how much damage? They have what? 2 prize cards left, so we're doing... Yeah, we're doing 280. So we do just knock out... Oops, we do knock out ADP next turn with the boss. As long as we have a Stadium. We do have another Stadium in deck. So even if they replace our Stadium, we could top deck a Stadium and then still just go boss up the ADP, knockout. Because we are behind on prize cards, so we have 3 prize cards. Now they put the Mewtwo in play. It doesn't really make it that much easier, though. Yeah. Still in a good spot. We currently have game, as long as they don't have that second Chaotic Swell that they probably play. As long as they can't find that Chaotic Swell. They are down there, Guzma and Hala, so their one way to just get it is not available to them. We do have game in hand with that boss's orders. Bring up a big dude, Mewtwo. This guy doesn't matter. If they do replace our Stadium, actually top deck doesn't work because it would be a Chaotic Swell, which means we can't put Martial Arts Dojo in play. That would also work. That guy's GX attack also works. Oh wait, they don't have a GX attack. They don't have access to a GX attack. Never mind. They've already used their GX attack. I forget what they used it on, actually, to be honest. Oh, the ADP GX attacked, of course. Yeah, so they actually can't GX it. There's the Swell. That's annoying. All right, we have the stamp, and we can bring up the ADP, though. So we still have a chance. We can just trap it for a turn. We can just go bring it up, play Reset Stamp, hope for the best. I think that is probably our best lineup play. They have 2 switch left. Malon Lana's gone. Their Eldegoss is gone, so they have 2 outs to be able to move their ADP if we were to bring it up into the active. And I think hitting into their active never does anything, because then they would just outrage. We can't one-shot their active, I don't think. Let me take a look. We have 1 more net left, so we could ping twice, but that'd be only 260. Here comes their Zigzagoon. So yeah, we're just going to go Stamp. And then we're going to boss up. I'm going to attach here. I'm going to boss up this guy. And Revenge Blast. I don't see anything else to do, really. Just, yeah, Revenge Blast them, bro. Here we go. 240. Can they move their ADP is the question. They have 2 switch left. Like I said, their bench is full. They're out of Dedennes. It's a lot of their draw power. They have a couple research left. Here comes a Quick Ball. They have a couple research left, so they could still get to that Couple research left. They could still get to the shenanigans. Couple research left. They could still get to the switch card. Nope. All right, we did it. Another revenge blast, and this one's in the books. And we get another dub with the Dubwool. It was close. A couple of mistakes. I could have gone with that really cool opening play where I popped double Electrode and then knocked out their active, which I think I still should have gone with. Wasn't quite thinking about it. I usually never pop a double Electrode, but it worked in that situation. I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you enjoyed the games. If you did, give the video a like. Enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and yeah, Dubwool, man. He's pretty cool.